Hi there, this is Candace Schwerk again with MyBlendAll from Studio-Mosaic. I have a couple new techniques to use with MyBlendAll. Well, they're new to you, not to me necessarily, but I really am enjoying using MyBlendAll for lots of different things, and I hope you are too. Please share them with me, however you're using your tool. I would love to hear your ideas. For now, we're going to do some customized stamping using our MyBlendAll and the foam, a heat gun, some dye ink, some clear stamps from Close to My Heart, another rubber stamp from Close to My Heart, and I think I mentioned the tile. It's a ceramic tile that I have there. So we're going to use those to stamp with our foam. If you remember MyBlendAll, you can attach foam or felt to either end through a hook and loop system. The foam and felt, some do come with your BlendAll when you order it. So the first thing we do is we take the heat gun after we put our foam onto the MyBlendAll, and I've decorated my heat gun with some alcohol inks and felt that was attached to my BlendAll. You're going to heat the foam. And as you can see, I'm making a mistake because I'm holding it and I'm burning my fingers. You should set the MyBlendAll on the table and then heat it. Then you press the heated foam onto whatever you're trying to emboss, in this case a tile. And I didn't let it sit long enough. So as you can see, I wanted you to see that the tile did not make a deep impression because I didn't let it sit till it was cool. And it only takes a couple of seconds. I do get an impression, but not as good an impression as I would like. So you heat the foam again, and that erases the image that was on there. And I did clean it off with a paper towel, and I'll show you how I did that with the next one. So once again, I'm holding and burning my fingers and heating the foam with my heat gun. We're going to show you again, by going a little bit longer, we get a deeper impression in the tile, and I'll hold it just till it cools. Then I'll rub it in the ink. You can see the impression is a little bit better. And I usually rub it in the ink rather than pushing it down into the ink pad. And stamp on your paper. And here I'm just using index cards. Okay, as you can see, I'm just wiping it off with a damp paper towel until it's clean. And it doesn't have to be perfectly clean, but they usually come pretty clean unless you're using an archival ink. Then I heat it again, once again burning my fingers until the image disappears. Now, if you want to save your foam image, you can take it off and just set it aside and store it. Just make sure nothing else presses into it. And then just put another foam on to MyBlendAll and use it for another image. So mine is now smooth and clean, and I'm going to use the rubber stamp. Once again, I heat up the foam. Press it onto the stamp. Lift it up a little closer so you can see it. And I'm rubbing this one on the back just because I'm holding it up in the air. So that got a nice impression. Once again, cleaning it off, same paper towel, just a little bit damp. And sometimes I keep a dry towel nearby just to dry it off a little bit. Okay, we're heating it and erasing the image once again. And I've done this a number of times, and it still seems to take an image. I don't know exactly how many it would take, but it seems to take quite a few. Okay, now I'm going to take the clear stamp from close to my heart, and this is a peacock, and I'm just using the tail part of the peacock. I seem to use this image a lot. That gave me a really interesting image. And this is probably my favorite one. And there you go. And that one I might keep set aside at some point if I make some more, and because it's such a pretty image. And you can see I'm moving my fingers away because they're getting burned. I don't learn, and this is the third time. Actually, it's more than that, but the third time for the video. So the image is gone once again. A little bit of magic. Lots of ideas for using these images on cards, layouts for mixed media. Can really have a lot of fun with them. So I hope you enjoyed that technique, stamping with foam. And now let's do a new technique, sanding. And this one you can take sandpaper, whatever grit you like, cut it into circles using the template that comes with MyBlendAll, and putting some hook and loop on the back, attach it to MyBlendAll. And you have two different sizes and two different grits if you like. And you can sand embossing that you've done with your embossing machines. And because of the flat surface of MyBlendAll and the flat surface that I'm working on, you're just hitting the raised edges of the embossing. You're not getting anything else, which is really nice. If you use anything softer, you might scuff up some other parts of the paper. So that's a very cool effect. You can also use it to distress the edges of your papers, which we all seem to do with our cardstocks these days. But it is a great little handy distressing tool. So when you have MyBlendAll handy nearby, you can have your foams that fit on each end, your felts that fit on each end, your sanding paper that fits on each end. And you have a handy little tool that does a lot of different techniques for you. This was another embossing folder that I had, that I just gotten. I can't remember which one, but I will list all the items that I used. And see how it just hits the raised edges. It makes it very pretty. Of course, this is a white core paper. So you can order MyBlendAll now from MyBlendAll.com, and I'd love to hear what you're doing with it. Thanks for watching.